You consider your response. Yeah, we don't speak lightly here. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Deep in your ribs. In your ribs. What? We got problems, says Ivor. Tell me something I don't know. And this is the beginning of chapter 6. Moral decline, of course, because the No Mercy saga. No random encounters. There it is. A woman's stifled screams failed to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by this first sign of new life since the trip began. Call for a day of rest and celebration. Congratulate the new parents privately. Offer the family extra rations as a gift. Do nothing special, allowing the mother and child some peace. If we rest, we will fight. We've been playing this game for a while. Tell me if I'm wrong. If we rest, we will fight someone. Congratulate the new parents privately. If we offer the family extra rations, there will be envy and moral decline. 120% sure. Do nothing special, allowing the mother and child some peace. So between 2 and 4, I don't know. But I'm not inclined to do 4 because, like, oh, whatever. And for them, it's something special. So congratulate the new parents privately. You discreetly make your way to the family's tent amidst cheerful clansmen. You give your most heartfelt congratulations to the parents, telling them how strong the young boy looks. The mother cries and the father thanks you repeatedly. Moral increase, moral decline. As you're nodding off to sleep, shouts of "Fire!" pull you back to attention. Flames quickly consume a supply wagon and a few tents. A woman cries out, "My boy!" and points to a burning tent closest to the outlying barrel. 2 of the giants are motionless, staring at the spreading fire with terror in their eyes. Command the Varl to help organize the peasants to put out the fire. Go in after the boy yourself. Make an effort to save the rest of the supply. This reminds me of Gandalf. Like, command the Varl to help organize the peasants to put out the fires, or do it yourself. This is exactly the ABC of how to die in the Banner saga. Make an effort to save the rest of the supplies. So we are not commanding the Val because they are motionless, staring at the fire with terror in their eyes. So no. Organize the peasants to put out the fires. It will take too long, it will be a mess, and it will fail. It will go wrong. Go in after the boy yourself or make an effort to save the rest of the supplies. The life of the boy is more important. So get ready for everyone to die, okay? So okay, let's go after the boy ourselves. Wrapping your cloak around you, the smoke, flames, and tent become a blur as you grab the boy and slice through the back canvas with your hunting knife. You meet the ashamed look of the older bar while the crowd cheers on your heroic act. Unfortunately, the supply wagon did not make it. We knew. Minus 29 supplies. What in the depths was that about? You muttered to yourself. Something about the fire. Odlift tells you. I've heard of this before. They don't like it. Doesn't change what happened. You think to yourself. So the Varal are scared of fire? Like, especially scared of fire. They're dying because I don't have supplies. Wait a moment. We left Einartoft and they didn't give us any supplies, which I was expecting they would, so we didn't get. The No Mercy Saga, Chapter 7. It appears that large figures following from the direction of Einartoft. Onef watches intently before finally saying, "They have a cart, I can hear it." You slow to get a better view and spy a small caravan of Bjorulf. Eventually they catch up. You exchange nervous glances, but nobody speaks up. Did he have a scar in the face? Sigrholm, that's where we are heading. Plus 40 supplies, which they were in the wagon. $20 supplies that last for 5 days. The caravan stops at a split in the road. Ahead, the path leading to Sigrholm veers off into the hills, which are now swimming with familiar black shapes. Dredge that way too, grimaces Avin. The summer path leads straight to Sigrholm, while taking the main road will add several days. They are every way by now, replies Ubin. I suggest we go around past Haukstorp. Send scouts to see how dangerous the summer path looks. Start cutting a path through the dredge. Go around past Haukstorp. So if we go straight, it takes less days, but we have to fight. And if we go around, it takes longer, we'll spend more supplies, but we don't have to fight. And I don't know about send scouts to see how dangerous the summer path looks. I can't look at the map. I have a map of my own. Let me share it with you. So this is the not in-game map. We left Einartoft and we are this way. Oh, but it doesn't have enough resolution. Summer path. This is the summer path, and the other city is Haukstorp. Let's see if we can find Haukstorp. This Nautmod, Wyrmskel Mountains. Maybe it's this. We are going this place. Sigrholm. This is the lake. This is the island. Sigrholm is inside. I can't seem to find. Let me check if I can find quickly another one with better resolution. Okay, so this Haukstorp is this Haukstorp. What I don't understand is if we come this way and they went around. They can't cross here because we demolished the bridge, so they can't cross Barra Pass, so they went around. But if they come from Summer Path, how is it possible that we go this way? I'm missing something. They come this way. It can be that we go this way, which is longer than going this way. The summer path leads straight to Sigrholm. This is the summer path. So from here, the approximately we are this way, and they are giving the option to go around. They are every way by now, replies. Taking the main road will add several days. So this way is the main path, as they call it. But there's a shortcut, which is the summer path. It's called something pass, maybe main pass, I don't know. And this is shorter, but it's like a shortcut. The main road is this. Okay, so I get that they are here, somewhere around here. And instead of crossing, we can avoid them. That's what I'm understanding. But there's a conflict in the story. While they went around Einartoft, but at the same time they are here, now here. Let's send scouts and see what happens. You send 2 scouts, only 1 returns. I'll put it this way, he says. We are not getting through that way. It's like they're emerging from the rock itself. Take the main road past Haukstorp. I hate to say it, you tell Avin, but I'm not willing to walk into swarms of dredge anymore. You know we'll have to wait. You turn toward the long round around Haukstorp instead, hoping you've saved lives in the process. Let me check the actual map. High pass. We are here, but we are going this way. Old father, maybe we are missing in visiting this. Haukstorp. From atop a high hill, Haukstorp is named for the many hawks that circle past the tall pines and the loft they sit in that lets them see down into the valley towards Bjorulf. The town has never had many residents, but has been steadily growing since helping to construct the high pass. Summer path. Cutting straight southward from Wyrmto to Sigrholm. The summer path did not exist until the Varl and human kings agreed to create a passage that allowed travelers to bypass Einartoft without having to go all the way through Frostbeller, which is Frostbeller is here. So instead of going this way and all the way to the street, the summer path is so named because the weather is rarely clear enough to travel past Old Father in the winter. Old Father is this mountain, a solitary mountain peak that stands noticeably apart from the Wyrmscale range, weathered and topped with snow year-round, so that it resembles an elderly sentinel watching over the border of Setterland and Stromland. High pass. This is where we are heading, where we are going through. A reluctantly formed road once travelers discovered that the summer path would often be completely blocked in the winter. It takes travelers the long way around Haukstorp, which has been good for Haukstorp's economy and nobody else. I hope it takes less than 4 days. There's something here. The sounds of a skirmish alert you to a barrel surrounded by half a dozen armed fighters. One man spots you and shouts, "Leave us to our business! This bar killed my father without reason." The barrel is about to respond when a man attacks. The giant swats the blade aside and silently watches for the next assault. Defend the Varl, let us hear what the Varl has to say, or return to the caravan without interfering. Let us hear what the Varl has to say. The Varl shrugs, as if unconcerned, saying, "This one's father and I had a business deal. He lied. Now he's dead." "Lies?" shouts the man. "You murdered him over a lie, you coward." The men wildly attack the Varl, who deflects them well enough, but you're uncertain of how long he can keep it up. Let them settle their own dispute. I don't think it's enough. I mean, is something enough to kill someone else? So I can't defend the Varl, so the only other option is let them settle their own dispute. You quickly decide this minor scuffle between man and Varl is not worth the caravan's precious time, and none of your business. Besides, your warriors return with you, some more reluctantly than others. Morale improve and +5 renown. Morale decline. You enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and sightings of dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. Encourage them to join you, let them make their own decision, don't expand the caravan further. We'll encourage them to join you, so to join me, because they don't know what's happening. They are not aware that what they need is to join the caravan. Otherwise, I would let them make their own decision. If I could explain first, then I would let them make their own decision. But they don't know. There's no option for tell them about last happenings. You make a convincing argument about leaving town before the dredge sweeps through, and do a fair job of convincing everyone to be completely terrified. They start packing. It remains to be seen whether you can keep them as safe as you say. And I have injured. And there's a marker. 1-6. That's pretty good. The maximum is 84. So that's 12. It is what it is. Nothing really interesting. I would like to upgrade my heroes. Promote. Who's injured? Hogun. I'm not spending 1 day to heal Hogun. I'll get a Mogun instead of Hogun. Yes, like this. And I can promote. What's the maximum I can promote? Ekil is level 2. It costs 10. Then Alet, for example, costs 15. Okay, so 2 is 10 and 3 is 15. And 4, I believe, is 20. This unit has points available to spend on improving stat. Activate the one of the plus. Why do you have 6 points? So I will wait. I don't need a rank 3 until you are 3 here. No need for this because you do it with your ability. I think so. Confirm now. So I can't upgrade, promote you because the plus sign just was the points, not the actual promotion. So let's go back to, I can promote 3. Ekil, Alet, and Rook. Ekil is 10 points. Alet and Rook are 15 each. I think I'll go for Alet and Rook. I'm using Mark Prey more than Thread the Needle. So I have to upgrade one of these plus Ekil or one of these plus the other one. So between these two, I'll promote Rook because I use it more and the ability is not upgraded. Rank 3, but the ability is rank 2. 15 renown. Only 2 points. So 1 here for sure. The other one I am in between here, willpower, or here in defense. I guess here. Confirm. And now I got 15 left for either Ekil or Alet. And I think this is more useful because it improves the ability. And because the ability has been improved, now I need to be able to use 1 more willpower. So I need 1 of these. And there's another point that will go strength damage. So 1 here and 1 here. Confirm. That's it. And Rook can upgrade the promote again. He's 18. That costs 20 to get to rank 3. That's costly. That's a bit costly. I'll rest 1 more for Hogun and to improve morale as well. 100 days. So we've been here. No need to check the map, so we can leave. Actually, I have my map in this screen, so I can check anytime. Look at that, shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch dredge pulling into the village you just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Alet, but you have your doubts. They are coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch, the dredge in front falls over. Then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Need, the archery student of Oddleif's, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples. That's incredible, says Oddleaf, squinting. But we should get out of here. Odd's right, let's go. Return to the village, looking for survivors. Hold on, let her do a few more. If we return to the village looking for survivors, we will fight. Hold on, let her do a few more. We'll fight, but the fight will be easier. Odd's right, let's go. I think this one. But why don't you come with us next time you want to try out that bow? You tell Nid, who nods, a smile on her face. Nid. I need you on my team. Stop! A resolute voice calls from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple wagons and pretend you never even stopped here. How about you leave what you've got instead? Inform them about the coming dredge. Do what they ask. Not attack immediately, not do what they ask. Not threaten them, how about you leave what you've got instead? So inform them about the coming dredge. They're going to ignore us, and I'm guessing you have no idea the dredge are on their way, you shout. If that's the case, friend, says the leader. We need those supplies more than ever. Without even a glance to his men, the attack begins. They ignore. And we fight. We fight either human or dredge, but we fight. Need is in the team. Why didn't anyone tell me? 2 points available. Let's see what you do. Bird of Prey. The girl uses a longbow to shoot farther than other less experienced archers, and she always hits her mark. Bird of Prey makes it possible for her to strike units before they are able to get in attack range and allows her passive puncture to be used against more enemies who may have been out of range for a normal shot. 1-on-1? Would I change you for anyone here? No. Maybe Mogun seems like the least useful, but it's level 3. 11-11, 521, 77, 712. This is for Alet. Plus 2 break is for Rook. And now I'm ready. Yes. There are 2 more here. This group for this group, these 2, and this group for these 2, and this will catch up. Move here. Ivor with 1 arm. This is a kill. What was this? Stonewall. Stonewall blocks damage to strength and armor. Also, you do nothing. Avin can attack, yeah, like normal. And this, I'll get closer. I don't know what they are playing, but they are not attacking for some reason that I don't understand. First attack. Why are they all attacking Alep? I don't understand this AI, enemy AI. So I could kill this one. From here I can hit 1 that I can turn to 3 using willpower, but I can use mark prey on this one, or mark prey that only reduces armor. What if I get close and I attack with +1? That's 2. I only use 1 willpower. And normal attack to you, +1, that's 3. This guy just made this stone wall, and because we have entered pillage mode, he is allowed to do one more move. This strategy I don't understand. I mean, I understand, but I don't think it's fair. And now I have all my 5 characters. If it wasn't his turn, he shouldn't act. And now I'll kill him in one go. Godstone. Oh, it's broken. Or maybe it's not broken. You have to align. That's strange. That's very weird. The godstone of Dundr passes around you. In the frozen climates here, it looks like the rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind drops off completely, picking up again once you've passed through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivar, who seems to have noticed the same thing. With all the snow around it, Dredge might not even be able to find us. Stay here overnight, inspect the godstone, but move on afterward. Get back to the road without stopping. I'll stay. You walk around camp before settling in. Along each strand of Dundr's massive beard is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and from to read it. While the Loom Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dundr, who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Dundr took some of her creations, gave them birds, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. Morale improve and morale decline at the same time, but we haven't crossed the day. So it's because we've rest, doesn't make sense. As the camp settles in, you notice a group of boys huddled around something. They show you an offering box carved into the godstone itself. The box is an elaborate construction of interlocking pieces which slide around when touched. We can't get it open, they tell you. It's like a puzzle. Try to open it. The boys take turns working out the puzzle and give you tips when it's your turn, though you don't seem to make much progress. Eventually they leave to sleep until it's just you and a couple of other determined youngsters. Keep working on the puzzle box. It's hard to know how long you spend sliding around the smooth puzzle pieces, but when people begin emerging from their tents, you know you're in trouble. Exhausted from a long, sleepless night. Worse still, the box remains closed as you shuffle wearily along with the living caravan. This is ridiculous. That's stupid. So I should expect the box to be open by itself or what? So I'm being punished for trying hard, no mercy saga. A mother's screams flood the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this, she spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder over a marriage? In these times, something must be done. The accused woman remains silent. Leave it to a vote. Try to discourage further violence. Try, or actually do discourage further violence. This sounds like it's not going to work. Investigate the death. Banish the accused and her daughter. Investigate the death. A healer joins you in inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits that she had always known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. So I don't get a reward for choosing the right option. In the distance, Haukstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here you can see black figures shambling through it. That looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions. There's usually survivors, but lives reminds you. Check it out just in case, there's no time, keep moving, check it out. Whatever, at this point, I hope others would do the same for me. Threats are nothing we haven't faced before. Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. Besides, it might throw Bellower off the scent a bit. You head a day's march out toward Haukstorp. Moral decline. As soon as you've stepped foot in the small town, you think you've made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments the dregs are upon you as though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest. You draw your weapons. So disappointed. What about 5? That I can make 7. At normal attack, it's 90%. 3. I think this is even with 90%. That's better. -5. Oh no. The bombs again. I can give defense. Let me check. If I hit this one, who else get affected? No one. If I hit this one, how do I know if they have to be like perfectly in diagonal? Now I have 9 defense, and I can do this. Mend restores armor up to half of Mender's current willpower, rounded up. So I can give, I have 7, so that's like 4 defense to Ivor, or do an attack. I think I want to give him defense. So that's, I have 7, which half is 3.5, rounded up it's 4 that I can make to 5 and 6. Let's do it. I'll leave you here so I save 1, because I'm going to attack this one anyway. And I'll do break damage. More bombs? So there's one here, another one there. Okay, didn't reach Alet. Now I could do Mark Prey here. And he probably gets locked up there. So he won't be able to oh, I have to move a kill. So he'll go that way. Or I can move here and attack him. Attack is just 1. Let me check. It's 6 to this one. How can I see? No. Okay. 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 1. What to do? What to do? 10, 9, 10, 9, 8. It's too much for 1. From here, 1. From here, 1 as well. From here, 1 as well. I mean, Mark Prey is very good, but this is exposing Rook too much. I lock him, but he will leave that way when I move Ekil, so not really locked. And for Ivor to be able to live there, I shouldn't place him here, here, or even here. Maybe here I can, but I'll put him there. And now maybe break damage is better than actual damage. Not 2. No, maybe 3, because if I want to do Mark Prey, I have poor morale, so I start the battle with -2. Oh, that's awesome. They were in line. Now this is a problem, because now I can't leave. What is this bomb? 2 bombs are thrown exploding in a 5-tile area on the next turn. Yeah, but doesn't actually say what damage. I didn't think of that. Now Ekil can come here and knock these 2 back. This is 5, this is 4, and killing the big one. That's the maximum damage I can make. That's a lot of damage. -6. Now where can I go? I can go here. For 2. It's a lot, but they are long range. So okay, now I need to help Ivor or hit these ones with the thunder. What do I do? How far is this reach from Mend? Anyone. This has 8, -6 is 2. I need to help Ivor, but I'll move closer to those, like here. I have 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4. Because he was stepping on the bomb. I think this is the best. I can kill this guy. Four here, 5 and dead, 8 and dead, 5. So I can't kill these 2, but I can kill these 2. And this has 6 life, so I'll do that. Now I can hit that one. What's better, this or this? Maybe this. Has 8 defense. I can do battering ram. Knock back up to 4 tiles for 3 break plus 1. So it's 3 break plus 1 per unit they pass through. That's 4. What about normal? So with the ability I can do 3 and maybe 1 more. With the straight break damage is 5 guaranteed. Not much sense. they go for him. So one more attack. Now I can't attack both. So 5 to this one, 10 and 5. I want to protect Avin, but what's that? Oh, just the animation. 4 and 9. 9. I'll do 9. Ivor as well? Yay, everybody's injured. If in this town I can't buy supplies, or because now I have to rest for them and I run out of supplies, oh, I can go to the market. This town is nothing but ghosts, and now covered in more dreads bodies too. Remarkably, as you are about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered market stall, with a couple items in front of him. He hums to himself as if nothing were wrong and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. I can talk to Nip. This is first 110. 110. Wow. That's super relieving. And now I have 16 left. 4, 3 willpower, 3 armor per rest, plus 2 aggro, plus 1 strength. And this is 3 willpower per rest. The issue that I have with these items is that they give you things per rest. It's not straight like 1 strength, like here, 1 strength. It's 3 armor per rest. It's conditional, not guaranteed. 3 willpower per rest, and this is 3 willpower. I could buy this plus 3 willpower maybe for Avin, so he doesn't have to get all the damage. Actually, it's worth, and I'll give it to Avin. Heroes. How many days do I have to rest? 3 for Ivor. I don't get why some are 3, some are 2. This is 2. No. This is Ivan. 2 strength resistance plus 2 aggro. I don't like that. You get this. Much better. And now this is 2 strength resistance plus 2 aggro. If I had that ability that bounces back the damage, this is 15, 12, 11, 9, 7. It's going down. I would give it to Kramer if I was using him. Kramer. 2 strength resistance. No. And you have plus 3 break damage. That's even more useful for Alet, maybe. Dodge strength. But Alet is not level 4. If Alet was level 4, I would give her this belt, and I would give Ivor 2 strength resistance. And Ekil has... oh, there are more here. Ekil has 1 plus 1 armor, plus 1 strength, plus 1 willpower. That's good for him. I can give it to Mogun because he's not level 5. This can only be worn by Avin, so I'll leave it there. And Alet is 3, Rook is 4, Mogun is 3, and for 3 is 15. I don't have 15. Let's rest then. 1, 2. Actually, we need to rest anyway to improve morale. And let's talk to Nid. You consider your response. Yeah, we don't speak lightly here. Have you always been such a good shot? Where are you from? You're welcome. I should be going. So it's 2 questions. Have you always been... where are you from? I don't think you are from Skoger. Many most people there. You look away momentarily, not sure what to say. She returns to her tent, where her boys are waiting for her. And let's check our exact position. So this is something. Haukstorp. So we are in Haukstorp. And now this bit here. Stens March. Find Lon. Not content to stop in Stromland, a man named Sten hoped to find land as rich as Arberang along the new coast. Instead, he found bog. All the way up the coast he went until ice covered the trees. This is far enough, said Sten, and he stopped in Skoger. Skoger is up here. Let's sleep. That's all we could do there. We have some supplies. Nothing's for free in this game. You have to fight to get supplies. There's something there? A group of men with broad shoulders and thick cloaks approach the caravan. They might be outlaws, you hear nearby, and the idea quickly ripples through the clansmen. One of the strangers approaches, saying, "We've run out of food. Any help would be welcome." His hard eyes reveal nothing of his motivations. You consider how you want to approach this. Offer no food, but inform them of the dredge. Ask them how they came to be here. Fight with us and earn your food. Decline to help the strangers. Offer them a few days' worth of supplies. Ask them how they came to be here. The men get nervous and reveal sturdy weapons. Your warriors step forward until the leader holds out a hand, saying loudly, "The last group to ask us questions tried to kill us. Try. Let's keep this simple. Will you help us or not? Fight with us and earn your food. Decline to help the strangers. Offer them a few. Fight with us and earn your food." I think it sounds reasonable. The men look surprised by your offer. In short order, they join the caravan and start sharing tales and drinks. Unfortunately, it is less than a day later that you discover they've vanished along with a sizable portion of your supplies. Minus 22 supplies. We've been robbed. Okay, so we just bought the supplies in Haukstorp and they've robbed us. A godstone, or I should say goddess stone. The godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Iver shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger, lying dead beneath the stone. "Should we be worried about that?" you ask Iver, pointing to the dredge's body. "I don't think so," he replies. "Still, Couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Ingrid's godstone is carved with ancient runes which don't make much sense to you, though Eyvind tells you some of the menders have deciphered them. It's how the menders learn the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writings all the way down the hills. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the story of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Eyvind doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. As you're readying to depart, you hear screams from near the main godstone. The same boy so curious about the dead wretch before as striking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the wretch's hand. Wait, says Iver, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop! Shouts Iver. But the curious onlookers have already seen it. What's that? On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure, its hands searching for something it can't find. A baby? Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. For a long time nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. Put it to a boat, insist on taking it with the caravan, insist on leaving it behind, stay out of this one, insist on taking it with the caravan. You argue strongly for showing mercy and humanity. Some of the women in the caravan hesitantly agree to take in the dredge infant, while others are furious about bringing it along. Not long afterward, one of the women comes to you. Its swaddling was being held by this, she says, giving up a hairpin that looks distinctly undredge-like. An inscription on the silver almost slips your notice. Persevere. From the goddess herself, if you ask me, the woman tells you. Badrun's silver brooch. So we get an item for taking in the baby dredge. 3 days of supplies. We will not get far. So this was the godstone then. There's nothing inside. You're making the usual round when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that Varl have gathered. Iver joins you as you approach. Please provide supplies. What now, Cromer? Both Varl halt their debate when they suddenly notice you watching. What's this about? All rivalry you've got here. Krumer and a good many Vara warriors head out toward the growing army of dreads. Now I'm happy I didn't promote Krumer. This might be the pines. The pine something before the lake. And 2 days of supplies. Yay. Oh, there's something here. There's something coming. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something, he says. Patches of blue mottle her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this, says a woman. We could be in danger here, points out another. Keep moving, but let the healers tend to her. Stop the caravan for a rest and tend to the girl. Stop and look for other survivors. Why would I stop and look for other survivors? Is there a hint of no? So I won't stop. Stop the caravan for a rest and tend to the girl. That ensures, or maybe not because this game assures that the girl survives, but this is risky. Keep moving, maybe we fight here, maybe here we don't fight. And this is the only one that implies that the healers are going to heal her. Oh well, then tend to the girl. I'll say 1, I think, because we can't stay for long. If we had like 10 supplies maybe. Fighters stay alert for any threat while the caravan moves on. The healer wrapped the girl's arms and legs under blanket to no avail. An hour later, one healer approaches you with tears in her eyes. She says nothing, only shakes her head. Morale decline. Gather round upstairs. Echoes a shout in the distance as Cromer and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage. And behold the invincible Varl. The caravan is thrilled to see Cromer return safely. Did the plan work? Asks Ubin. Work? Responds Cromer. Of course it worked. Same old wretch. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. plus 20 renown. And if you apologize, I'll tell how I found these, Krumer says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a barrel. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest and a hair tie. Dundr's hand. So one more day.
As Sigrholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
Time has stopped. So we might make it. And this is Sigrholm. Sigrholm? Yes, I think so. One catastrophe to another, says Oddleif as you pull into Sigrholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels farther up the hill. No, says Abin, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you are not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. It is really sinking. While taking stock of caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleif and Abin. Marketplace 1-3. I wanted to promote Rook to level 5, but I need 20 renown. Now I have to spend all in supplies and for a rate of 1 to 3. 2 armor per turn, this is too good. Can't afford. 1 armor per rest and +1 willpower. +1 willpower, like 1 maximum total or per battle? Have a look at the map, but have a pretty good idea where we are. We are in Sigrholm and looks like we are going down, or so we came here for nothing, basically. We might as well have taken this path. Let's see the heroes. No one's injured. 3 can promote. Rook can promote from ages ago. And by the time I promote the others, they can promote 2-3 times. 9 of 9. What did I get before? So I got this from Krumer. +2 strength for a level 5 character. I only have Avin, and Avin has 3 willpower or 3 strength. What's better? What your ability does? Strength damage, but it's fixed amount, and this is relative to the willpower. So no, I'm good like this. And what's this? +1 strength resistance. Who had 1 armor, 1 strength, 1 willpower? She has dodge, 2 break. You don't have any item. And this is 1 strength resistance. Map, heroes, market, rest. Let's see what Avin has to say. What's it like to be a mender? Avin gets a faraway look in his eyes. Didn't say much. Let's see what Avin has to say about that. Rook, wait, please, Avin begs. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving, as though he'd be giving up on Juno. I'm sure she'll catch up with us. She's not coming. Okay, just a little longer. What do we think about this? I mean, we came all the way from Einartoft to be here, but now we're leaving. To where? What do we do? We go back to Arberrang, and if we wait and it's for nothing, we can blame on Avin. That's decided. You tell Avin you'll stick it out a little longer, but you're not certain how long you're willing to wait yourself. Every day lost becomes more precarious. A scuffle has broken out in front of the houses. "Thief!" shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Oddleaf is already running their direction. "They took our supplies," you hear from nearby. I mean 2 or 4. Knowing this game, ignore the theft. Parley. Let's parley. Let's go. It cannot go worse already. So let's just have fun and let's take it as a joke because it's a joke. The decision making choices matter part of the game, it's a joke. So no point on making sense of it. Let's try to talk it out with the locals. You wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything had been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it stops the conversation cold. Okay, so we fight. At least we get renown. They are a bit spread out. 8 and dead. One or two, I think it's your turn next. You're not going to last long, so... One, and 1. I could give defense, but they are high, so I'll move here. So away from this one. This has already attacked me, has a long reach, so maybe even here. If I do this, will it hit? No, doesn't affect either. Now if I move here, I can do 3 here, 3 here, 1 here, or 1 to this one. Maybe 1 to this one because now it's dead, so this way I don't have to move. Eight and dead. -3. Five and dead. -5. Can't do much. Now we know everyone's abilities, so there's no much need to explain everything, but still. Eight and 10. I don't get the enemies attacking all the same character. Adri now. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to fight. Now we have to go to the market and buy more supplies, but they are not available. Nothing makes sense now. I have Alet is injured, so how do I don't know, I don't understand. Do I have to rest for Juno to come, or I have to leave? But if I leave, where do I live? I don't really understand. So I have to rest. And while I rest, I'm in trouble with these guys. A random assortment of people from the caravan confront you. Listen, says one. We don't feel safe here. I don't know anything about Mendels or whatever, but we're going to leave and I hope you'll join us. Looks like a couple dozen people. Farmers and fighters alike feel the same way. Join them and get ready to depart? No. Refuse to let them leave? Encourage them to stay. They make it very clear they're not interested in discussing the issue, shaking their heads and setting out. Without the rest of the caravan ready to go, there's little you can do to stop them. You hope they make it, and that you haven't made a mistake yourself. If I rest, why is she's still injured? And I have one more day of supplies because I have less people with me. At some point I'll have to leave. Avin looks out across the lake with 1,000 miles there. He says nothing. We got problems, says Ivor. Tell me something I don't know. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that'll take. What do you think? Attempt to ford the river. Cook the wagons and float across. Pay some locals to help. Yeah, they are very local, very helpful. Detour around the flooding. Let's, as I said before, who cares at this point? Let's float the wagon. Cook the wagons and float across. You spend some time rigging the wagons to float. We're going to lose the supplies, just so you know. You spend some time rigging the wagons to float on the water, sealing them with tree sap and whatever else you have on hand. The rest of the caravan finds anything they can to float on. Small boats or makeshift rafts. Some swim. With a deep breath, you set off from the bank. You do your best to float the various ragtag groups of your caravan across the muddy lake towards Borsgard. One sec. What's Borsgard? So apparently we are heading south from Sigrholm. We are here. Now we are like crossing the lake or something towards Borsgard. Things quickly go bad, between rafts pulling apart or people tipping into the murky water of the lake. Eventually you gather everyone up, but you've lost precious time and supplies to the boat. We knew. Minus 20 supplies. Did we have that much? Oh, and we continue. We've lost 4 days of supplies. If we had traveled around, it would have been 4 days anyway. I think the result is the same, but different like backstory or events in the middle, but the outcome is the same or similar. You lose. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. Take a bite yourself. That's interesting. Discourage them from eating the fruit. Observe someone who already ate some. Offer a piece to one of the animals in the caravan. Gather as much as you can. Observe someone who already ate some. After a short time, you know the slurred speech of a young man partaking of the fruit. Besides a little drunk, he seems perfectly fine. Take a bit, a bite yourself, discourage others, gather as much as you can. Gather what you can, you tell the others. Thankful to add any amount of food to your stores. Though a few people become a little drunk from the fermented fruits, nobody becomes sick. We got 3 days worth of supplies. As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onef pulls you aside. I have a couple concerns I wanted to speak to you about, he says. In private. You find a quiet place to talk. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Deep in your ribs. In your ribs. What? Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onef's fighters from Frostbeller leap into action, cutting people down. As Oddleaf turns to fire on the men, Onef runs her through and pulls the blade from her back without even breaking his stride. She drops like a sack of flour. Onef heads straight for Alet, who freezes in unbridled terror. You rise to your feet through the pain. Oddleaf is dead. Somehow you find the strength to clip the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Onef clutches Alet's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No, her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you as Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. I am speechless. Now Rook is injured? I don't have a leg? Oddly, it's even worse. She's dead? The death of Gunolf broke me, but the death of Oddly finally destroyed me. I can't believe. What's their reach? They have 4. I put her at the back so they don't reach her. They still reach her. No. I wanted to move to pan the battlefield, the level, the image, and I just pressed the confirm. 1, 2, forward, or 1, 2 to the side. 1, 2. I can do mark prey from here. One, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. One damage, 0 damage, 1 damage. And this is 1 damage with 20%. I know. For strength damage is rank 3. It's a bit expensive. Oh no, 3. 3 is rank 2. So here. Two, 6, 5. I'll mark this prey, this little prey. Why isn't red? make it 3, but it's 60%. Seven, 5, 8, and that. Eight and 4, I could kill any. I mean, I could kill any, and anyone I kill, the other one will be next, even though it's not their turn, so... A renounce only. Where is Alet? Shouts Iver, tearing through the nearest bandit, but you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Alet screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. In a small clearing, Alet lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and her clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Beside her is the body of Onef, an arrow buried in his right eye as if placed there by hand. She looks in your direction and then at Onef. I killed him, she says. You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Alet after her bloody struggle with Onef. So I got stabbed somewhere. Suddenly she is at your side, putting pressure on the wound. Just as your sight goes black, you see Avin, Iver, and Alet standing over you. Your eyes open to the sound of Alet's voice. Alet stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling your head to her instead. The words come out easier than you expected. She's going to pull through? Avin frowns deeply, putting a hand to his forehead. No, nothing changes. We'll be more cautious. It's the same answer, different wording. Your body aches all over, but Ivor's right. The road calls. The caravan is already starting to pack up camp. So we haven't decided because those three options didn't change anything. And it's what I'm saying. Every time I get a choice, it's not a real choice. It's not a real choice. So we have Oddleaf back. I can talk to Ekil now. Now that it's too late. This is not a settlement, so there is no market. Talk to Ekil first. You shake your head as Ekil steps away from camp. Oddleaf. You notice Oddleaf wince as she rises to greet you. She smiles. Oddleaf's smile falls like a lead weight. Will it? So we go south because the thing is coming from the north, but we don't actually have somewhere to go. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. "A war, friends," the man says. "We are poor farmers, down on our luck." The woman hits him and says, "We're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front." "Misunderstandings," the man says. "Meat houses are confusing. Never know when you've drank your share. The woman hits him again and says, "We've stolen, killed a few when we had to. Skills that might benefit you out here. Steal and kill. Send them away." "We are so much more than..." The man stops as the woman glares at him. He nods and they shuffle away quietly. It takes until camp is set to notice that a few of our supplies have gone missing. I'm not surprised. I'm not at this point. I'm not surprised. This, if I have to summarize this game in one word, would be unfair. In capital letters. Very unfair. There's a village here? Like, I can't take it seriously. So, the villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they are reluctant to pick up their things and join you. Let's go to the market. Yeah, let's have a look at the map first and then market. So we are leaving Sigrholm, direction to Borsgard that has sold for some reason. Actually, let me have a look at the heroes. Only Avin is from the other group, so this is the second group plus Avin. Avin wasn't found by this group. Yeah, market. 1-5, that's a little bit better. What's this? 2 will per rest, 10% dodge strength, never deflected, 10% critical chance, 1 will per rest. This is good. Never deflected, but yeah, never deflected means that if I am about to be deflected, it's because I'm making 1 point damage. Sadly, I have to do this. Sadly. Market, map, heroes, live. Let's live. I'm even forcing to get into battle because we need the renown. There's another godstone here. A flurry of snowfall seems to come out of nowhere and quickly thickens until you are unable to see the man in front of you. You shout out a complete halt, but the screaming winds drown out the sound. A day passes before the blizzard abates and clansmen start to reappear from the snow drifts. It quickly becomes apparent that not everyone is where you last saw them, and a quick search of the area is not enough to recover all the missing clansmen. They, except for number 4, they all seem like similar. Make a thorough search for lost clansmen. Ask volunteers to scout the immediate area. Make a bonfire and wait for missing members to return. Move on, saying a blessing for the lost. Commit to an hour more searching before departing. This one. It takes time to establish proper search terms, but you devise a way to quickly cover as much ground as possible. After a full day of searching, you find many survivors, but your successes are dampened by a number of frozen bodies and others who have simply vanished. Disheartened, you return to travel. While walking, the words of a mother's song reach you. It's soothing, nuanced, and about your current journey. When she finishes, a man begins a tale of his own in verse. The woman quickly responds with another poem, and the entire caravan slows to listen to the entertaining competition. Ignore the poetry. The laughter and cheers continue behind you as you put some space between to remain undistracted. The male contestant soon admits defeat, and the clansmen quickly march on, thankful for the light-hearted distraction. Yes, and if I had joined them in the fun, there would have been a backstabbing from somewhere. So the game is playing with us. And if that's not the case, it's what it seems. Makes you think one thing to do the opposite, actually. And another godstone. It's the third one today. Usually, godstones bring good things. Let's see. People drinking. The imposing godstone of Bjorulf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest and in open fields. Hogun pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that looks like it was chopped down long ago. This shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen this in a long time. He and Morgun busily go about collecting the berries. In fact, in honor of Bjorulf, some of the caravan crack kegs of meat and wine before anyone can stop them. To the only god that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks, and you're glad for the merriment that has swept over the caravan. You look up at the godstone. Bjorulf's head surrounded by images of casks and drinking horns. Though he was always depicted as being stern, Bjorulf was one of the most popular gods of men and Vard, the one who taught them how to brew. It seems like more than coincidence that the long fields around Bjorulf's stone have always been excellent for growing anything you could need for a good drink. What exactly are these? You ask Hogun. When I would travel to Boersgard with my father, sometimes he'd buy us a few of these. Hogun replies. Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself. You try one and can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a waste opportunity, you figure. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The day by Bjorulf's stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. It's very... Usually when there's a godstone, it's a good sign. Reynivik. No encouragement or tales of glory will lift the spirits of the caravan. In the north, we have times like this, says one of the bar. The other giants grin, raising tankards and hoard of meat. Skull, they shout and make short work of their drinks, explaining that each person takes a drink when someone tells a story that is more miserable than the last. Others join them for the second round and meat is passed your way. This will decrease morale. Join the giants will make something go bad. I'll leave them. I don't wanna know anything about it. Declining the hoard of meat with a smile, you leave the others to drink as they wish. Bawdy songs lull you to sleep while moans of regret wake you. The clansmen are slow to rise, but a few bouts of laughter pepper the air for the first time in recent memory.
Reynivik is more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
Reynivik comes and goes as a long series of farmhouses, abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers have probably already fled to Boersgard. You try to hurry past, but are eventually spotted. Dredge start ambling in your direction. What is that? Points out Outleaf, up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothes seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a longhouse, laughing. The dredge head in your direction turn back, roaring, and begin to pound on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the door will hold long. One of these two rush to help. I want to kill someone. Against my better judgment, we should probably do something, you say. The others agree, even though it means putting them all at risk. As you quietly approach, the dredge have managed to splinter the door and break through. Hey! Shouts about wearing all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. Came all the way up here just for me? He seems unconcerned about the dredge as he hoists his enormous sword. It's like Gandalf's brother. Gain item, whatever, something. Sigbjorn. Do you do Sigbjorn? You come with an item that does +2 move, -1 aggro. Scarlet Feather. Nobody has actually cooked a blood raven, but the lucky few who have found one of their feathers can tell you why. You do Tempest like Gandalf, and Heavy Impact as well. I think this is my team. Yes. There are a few. It's been a while since we've used Tempest. Five or knockback. That's 5 plus up to 2. Now I have to recover Ivor's the defense, because if I do this, it happened again, the same as before. I wanted to move the map and how much damage? 4? Even long range? I can come in here now and do Tempest. Thank you for that. Now, clockwise. So I should start here. And this level 2? Let me... So this 12 and that, 10 and that. Yes, that's what I want. So starting here. Why can't I... Maybe because he's not officially in the party? How I knew it. How much? 1. These ones what worries me, these ones are not going to last and are going to be able to kill Ivor, so I'll go for this one. With this, I do 4 damage, and I shouldn't hit any of my... Two, 3. Now you come here. One damage. This is better. Now, 4. This one has 13. And next is Sigrholm that has 15. 6, 7. I'll go here. And reduce the defense of this one. Five. Let's do all 3. Starting here. Oh, it's only 2. Only 2. Has 5. This has 9 and 4. What's the attack? 1, 2, 4? So these 2. Now these 2. Now Ivor is in danger. It's actually in danger. 7 and dead. It's the only thing I can do now. Okay. This is what I wanted to do before. Seven and 4. Even without moving. I kill all yours. Nine. There are people huddled in the corners of the meat hall, looking on with uneasiness. The townspeople show you a huge stack of barrels filled with quality meat and help you haul them back to the caravan. 20 supplies, 10 renown. With some help, you gather up the casks of meat and head back to the caravan. Sigbjorn and the other survivors in tow. The caravan gives the boisterous Var a large berth as you set out for Borsgard. Let's check because we are reaching the end. Let's hope it's safe. Let's hope it's safe. Well. Today was something. Today reminded me of the day when something happened to Gandalf. Something. He didn't die. It was killed by this game. And today was on the same level. On the same level. I mean, I'll explain everything that I think about it, about the game, in the review, which we are not far from it. I don't know how much is left. Maybe I give it maximum 2 days, I think. If not the next week, next Thursday, the following, but not much, not beyond that. And it's awful. It's awful. I won't say it because I want to wait until the review, but you've seen my face. I don't have to explain it, and my face doesn't lie, so you can guess what I think about it. But the cruelty that this game does to the player, anyway, I don't want to get in there because I need to save it for the review. In any case, aside from the awfulness, thank you for sharing your time with me today. I'll see you next time. Bye now.